Good morning, good afternoon. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your day to join us as we go over Oceanview's great product line, as well as client-facing strategies with Les and Kyle from Oceanview. My name is Tim Watts. I'm an annuity sales director at IAMS. And before we turn it over to Les and Kyle, I do have some important information to share with you, who we are over here at IAMS, and some quick highlights of why our agents love working with our team. One of the things that we strive for is best-in-class customer service. The commitment of ours, and you can always reach a live person during our business hours at 800-255-5055. We make a diligent effort to get to all of your phone calls in 2 to 3 rings or less. So we are always answering those phones with a live person. You're not going to have to go through that directory to get in connection with somebody. We will have a few polls during the webinar, as well as an opportunity to ask questions that will get answered there at the end. Should you have any questions, do not hesitate to put that in the questions area, and then we'll get that. And then when I enter out those polls, I'll typically leave them up for about 30 to 45 seconds. So if you could make sure you help us out with answering those, I would appreciate that as well. Our new producer builders are for those of you who are new to us at IAMS. These bonuses are available based on your production level in your first 180 days of contracting with us. We have great levels that you can qualify at, and as you can see, inside each level are some great options for you. We've got incredible business building tools, personal perks, and even cash rewards. If you would like to know where you stand towards your new producer builder, or if you would like to have a conversation about how to achieve the next level, please give us a call and talk to one of your sales directors. Moving to our business builders program, we're going to go over the referred producer program. I see a couple advisors on today that have taken advantage of this program, and we appreciate your referrals. Our business on the wholesale side of the industry is similar to yours in the field, in that one of the best leads we can ever get is a referral from one of our valued producers. This is why we want to make it worth your while to refer a producer to us. That being said, as soon as you refer one to us and they get contracted, we'll cut you a $50 thank you check. Next is where the real money comes in. As your referral writes business, you will receive an override on that business. Our ownership team, Steve, Charles, and Curtis, sign checks for thousands of dollars every quarter. If you can think of anyone that would benefit from doing business with our team, please type their name in the questions box, or you can send me an email at timw@imsinc.com with that information, and I will reach out to them. Below that is our marketing reimbursement program, which is our most popular program that we offer. For every $100,000 in fixed index annuity premium that you submit with us, you get $100 in your marketing reimbursement account. This is a very popular and lucrative program for our advisors, and they really enjoy it. We can utilize those marketing dollars in any marketing plan that you choose. It doesn't have to be with us over here at IAMS. They're truly your marketing dollars. You can also use them with our creative team that we have here in-house to utilize their strategies. If you'd like to know how much is in your marketing reimbursement account, or have a conversation with how to utilize this, to give your sales director a call at our office. Back office support. This is another way we add value to your business. This is the core of IAMS and how Charles Hearing founded us 36 years ago. We want to help the independent advisor work smarter, not harder. We're going to do that with great business building tools and resources. Of course, advanced case design assistance, life and annuity quotes is also something that we do. We've got a 24-hour turnaround guarantee for those case design and quotes. We're going to get you those illustrations that you requested within that 24 hours, but typically we are going to get those to you much quicker. Submission to commission support is handled by our new business team, and Amber Williams heads up the annuity side, and Cindy Fry is the lead for our life side. They have fantastic teams who work tirelessly to help you get commissioned quicker. We'll scrub your applications, submit them on your behalf, do all the administrative tracking, and get you updates on the cases as needed. We do this to ensure that you get commissioned as quickly as possible. This is a service that we provide to our valued producers and how we help you grow your business by keeping you in front of clients while our team handles the back office support for you. Firelight eApps. This is a single sign-on at imsinc.com. Technology is where the industry is going, and Firelight is a top-notch site streamlining the application process. We've got, I think, about 90% of our carriers on our eApp platform. You can utilize one site to submit business for all of those carriers. It's COVID friendly, and some carriers are going to eApp only for their product lines, as well as offering extra comp for utilizing the eApp platform. Make sure you ask your sales director before you submit a paper app if you can earn more commissions by submitting that eApp. Utilizing our Firelight platform accelerates the application process substantially. The eApp platform helps you submit business in good order the first time. This also reduces the processing time of your business and gets you paid quicker. As I mentioned previously, this is a single sign-on on our website, imsinc.com, and we've integrated our business with Firelight so you can have the most efficient and effective way to submit business. We do have a full in-house creative team that can help you and help your practice with a lot of items that are current turnkey and available for you. We can simply impose your contact information and your business logos onto it. Speaking of logos, agency solutions are something that we are very good at, and something that if you haven't created a full customized brand for you and your agency, we can help. This is going to assist you with the name recognition, which grows your natural market organically. We can get your logo designed and imposed on business cards, brochures, and stationery. Lastly, what we're hearing the most from is agents are looking for digital marketing solutions, and we can help you with your website, social media marketing, and email marketing. The internet and social media sites are where the overwhelming majority of prospects go to grab information when they're considering annuities and life insurance. Making sure you're accessible and represented in those marketing lanes is beneficial to growing your business. Give myself or one of our sales directors a call when this webinar concludes to talk to them about how we can get access to the full value of our IAMS creative team. Our website is a great tool for our producers to use and another reason to work with IAMS. Once you are contracted and have full access to everything you see on the slide, you'll get so much more additionally. If you haven't registered for the website, it's very simple to do. When we're done with this call, go ahead and create an account, give a marketer a call, and we can get you a website overview. A lot of great tools are available, including illustration tools, online forms, product grids, product news, as well as industry updates. We founded IAMS Wealth Management 4 years ago now. What we've done is grow the division of IAMS very organically. We've helped our advisors to become IARs and pass the Series 65 at a very successful clip. Once we've got you registered, we will bring great value for your practice with an incredibly competitive fee structure for both you and your clientele. We have great technology and a great investment platform. This has been a major growth sector for our business, and assets under management could be a major growth sector for you as well. All right, we hosted 4 life insurance and annuity academies in 2022. We just hosted our Ascend event last January 18th. That was a couple weeks ago, and we'll be hosting a life and an annuity academy coming up here likely in March or April. These are excellent opportunities for you to meet other top producing agents in the market, learn about the most innovative products, as well as those marketing strategies that are working for agents. Real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and put a poll out here, and that poll is, would you like more information on our next Annuity and Life Insurance Academy? So that poll is open there right now. Like I said, these are all expenses paid opportunities for you to network with other agents in the market. We partner with other great with carriers. They'll come in and bring great keynote speakers as well to these events. So just another second here, and I'm going to close this poll. Thank you everybody for those responses. All right. Like I said, we did have that Ascend event, just kicked that off. Robert Merton, who is a Nobel Prize winner, was one of our keynote speakers, as well as Dr. Mary Beth Kuzmeski. They spoke there. Plus, we had 23 additional hours of valuable information and seminars, including, I think it was about 8 messages from current agents that work with IAMS and the IAMS difference, as well as several sessions on products, marketing strategies, and other topics in the industry. We do have our Seaside Sanctuary trip that we're currently in qualification for. This is on around a $3 million run rate for us over here. It's going to be in the Kauai Islands, and that's going to be in April of 2024. Plenty of time to still qualify for that Seaside Sanctuary trip. Got one more poll here for us and just 2 more slides before I kick it over to Les and Kyle. And that is, are you currently happy with your IMO? Are they taking care of everything that you need? I'd like to see where you're at there. Next, follow us and like on Facebook and LinkedIn. So we are constantly putting out information on LinkedIn and Facebook. We would love to have you on there, so that way you're getting that information as we send it out there to you. All right, going to go ahead and close this last poll up here. All right, and now I'm going to change presenters over here, turn it over to Kyle and Les, and let these guys get you kicked off with some amazing Oceanview products, as well as these client-facing strategies. So with that, Kyle and Les, let me turn it over to you, gentlemen.
Minute. Okay, I think we're, thank goodness Natalie is in here with me to help me get through this. Speaking of technology, Tim, that was a great presentation. I'll tell you what, going to be kind of tough to follow up on, but I did notice your Ascend program is, I know, very, very helpful. And I just want you guys to know, as you climb that mountain, we want to be your Sherpa, or one of them. We value the IAMS relationship. The IAMS relationship is one that we want to make certain that you guys think that we are client centric, because that's what we're all about. We're all about being able to provide you resources that will help you in your daily business. So I've got Kyle Steiner here. He's located in Bozeman, Montana. We've got Natalie Goichai, who's here with me in our Phoenix office, and we've got a number of other people around. So we're going to get going on this. I'm going to be very brief on our overview. I think that most of you are aware of who we are. We've been branding for 3.5 years now, and we're getting good response from people on our digitalization of our marketing efforts. And so I thought I'd say that, Tim. That was kind of a tough word, but kind of puts me in new technology. So the Oceanview story, what we're doing is what we did. You know, you have to have something peculiar or something that is special to you in order to compete in this market today. And ours is our portfolio and our portfolio management. That's the way in which we're able to provide a higher rate on our paper and still pay you, pay us. We make money. So that the mortgages are normally a better spread than your corporate bonds and your other paper, and that's where we are. So we got a shell company named Longevity out of Texas. We renamed it. We moved it. We're domiciled in Alabama now, and they allow us to have up to 50% of our portfolio in mortgage paper. Our mortgage paper is all prime, government backed, and we don't even see a default rate in there if you were curious. So a quick look at us financially. We're strong. We've come a long way in 3 years. I mean, there are a lot bigger and a lot stronger companies, but I don't think there's anybody that's more dedicated to trying to do what's right for the clients. We got a risk-based capital. I think the most important thing here is the risk-based capital at almost 500%. That's better than the industry average. All right, Kyle, man, let's keep going. We're based in Phoenix, 47 states. We don't have New York, we don't have Connecticut or Vermont, but any other state, we're ready to do business for you. All right, I'm going to give you a quick overview of our annuities. On our, excuse me, this is an overview of our FIA. we've got, it's tough. We were going to try to keep it absolutely simple to explain, simple to buy for your client side. And that's what we've done. But we were told by our top producers, such as yourselves, that we needed a couple more indexes. So we recently added the Russell 2000, the NASDAQ. We had Credit Suisse was our first edition of an index. It's not proprietary, but we're the only ones in an annuity that have Credit Suisse. So we got cap rates, and I think you'll see our cap rates. We just had something that went out, and they're pretty dang strong. They may not be the strongest in the industry, but they're really up there, very, very competitive for an A- rated company. So let's take a look here on our. These are our MYGAs. We go 2 through 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10. And I think these rates are very competitive. In some cases, I think you'll find that they are top. But with things changing the way they change today, with the volatility of the markets and the debt markets, it's tough to stay on top. But we do want to stay competitive each and every time we look. Please forgive me. I'm learning. I'm used to saddling up old paint and hitting the trail, and now they've got me in front of a computer, and I don't know that we get along that well. Okay, so these are FIA rates, and we've got good participation rates. You know, I'm always curious, like on our 7-year for Credit Suisse, the retiree balanced index, 275% on a par rate. So if it provides 1%, you're going to be looking at 275. So take a look at that. Our cap rates are strong. We adjust them on a regular basis. By the way, we meet weekly for our interest rate look, and we don't anticipate any changes for the next couple of weeks. And I know that the marketing crew is pretty happy about that. All right, Kyle. Am I still with you? Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to turn this over to Kyle, and Natalie's here working on it. Natalie's our, you'll see everything that you see coming across digitally is coming from Natalie. Kyle is a content guy that has been with us a long time. He's got an illustrious career behind him, and even better going forward. He is an author of children's books and an author of other books, and I think you'll notice that he's got a great voice, much better than mine. So Kyle, here you go, buddy. Go ahead.
Excellent. Hello, everyone. So I'm just going to give a quick overview from the content side of what we have going on at the marketing department at Oceanview, but just a high-level overview. We really focus all of our efforts on client-approved sales tools. So everything that you see coming out is 100% approved for client use. We integrate a lot of our messaging into our digital marketing ecosystem, which Les alluded to. Natalie handles this. She handles email automation, ensuring that everyone that we think should be following us on social media is following us, as well as establishing more of a reputation in the industry by using Google advertising. So we are on the cutting edge of everything digitally, and then we'll get into some of the customization that we have for agents on the back end of this presentation. So as Les mentioned, I head up content management over at Oceanview. So we want to make sure that everyone has all of the resources possible on the MYGA front. Anything that you might be familiar with, like CDs versus MYGAs, interest rate accumulation. If you're interested in laddering, we have a great sales tool on that. And then also higher returns on your safe money. So really how to position some of that money that might have been sidelined for the market in these times, and how an Oceanview MYGA might be beneficial for you. We've also just launched something really cool called a scenario series. This has been used by a lot of our top producers and agents all over. And ultimately, it's a story in which you can use with your clients to position a MYGA, but ask the questions that we think are the most impactful. So if you have agents that are looking to protect the principal and get guaranteed returns, do they have money currently in low interest rate CDs? Do they have money pulled out of the market? Are MYGAs that they currently have in their portfolio approaching renewal? We have the solution to potentially give you better rates across the board compared to those scenarios. as well as leaving a legacy. We find that a lot of our older clients are looking to leave some money behind for their loved ones. So we have a piece that really highlights what a legacy means and how a MYGA will be able to help from Oceanview. On the FIA side, we have a lot of great resources here, a lot of educational tools on how par and cap rates work, as well as some fun ones like getting back to the surface. So it's really how someone needs to overcome losses with higher returns to combat those steep losses. And similarly, on the FIA side, we have the scenario series as well that really highlights some of those same features, but positioning a fixed index annuity with some slight details compared to the MYGA. This is the really cool one. We think this sets us apart pretty well in the industry. So we have a lot of agent and advisor custom materials, mainly advertisements. So whether those be for print, newspaper, digital, or social media, we have the ability to take your information, whether that be a headshot or phone number, email, you name it, and superimpose that onto our client-approved ads that you can then use and share through your distribution channels. So Natalie heads up that task force. With any questions you have, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to get started on these ads for you. And we're always open to expanding this library. So if you have found that you have advertising that's worked well in the past, that is rate-centric, let us know, and we'd be happy to explore customizing a new template for you to use, as well as introducing it to other agents as well. So with that, I'm going to pass it back to Les. Yes, sir.
Kyle,
yes,
on
sir.
that, how would they reach out to Natalie to start that? Is there an address or a phone number that they would reach out to, or what's the first step
You can
there?
call you can call our sales desk or reach out to your internal, and they can put the request through to Natalie.
Perfect. So if you guys, you can either give them a call or reach out to one of the sales directors here at IAMS, and we'll get you in contact with Natalie. Thanks, Kyle.
You bet. Thank you, Tim. All right, Les, back to you on the crediting strategies.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't think this is going to be anything new to anyone. However, we have added some crediting strategies as a result of listening to our field partners. So we got the Russell 2000, we got the NASDAQ 100, we got the S&P. I'd like to emphasize a little bit, though, just on the S&P 500. You know, everybody understands, or maybe they don't understand, but they have heard of the S&P 500 or the S&P, and they consider that the market. And so we kept that simple for as long as we could. And now we've added these other strategies. But I think you'll find that along with that, you've got very decent crediting rates within the strategy. So we'd be more than happy to talk to you, illustrate for you. By the way, we are very big on Firelight. We do accept e-apps. You can go into our agent portal and do illustrations with Firelight. And if you're having problems, call us at the 888 sales and marketing number, and we can create those illustrations for you or help direct you through the portal. Okay, Kyle. All right. I think we pretty much covered that. But I mean, you know, the basics are again, principal protection. You know, tax deferral is always going to be there. Guaranteed returns. You know, regardless of the market, I mean, people are looking for their safe money to continue to be safe. As Kyle pointed out on one of the scenarios there, if you've lost money, if your clients have lost a little money in the market or a lot of money in the market, it takes a double effort almost to get back up to where they started. Well, with an annuity, you start and you don't leave. You'll never go below zero, so you don't lose any money, guaranteed. Lifetime income can be protecting a legacy. I think that our renewal history will prove up to be quite advantageous for your clients and for you, and we welcome that. I'd like to close by saying thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Natalie. Tim, it's been a pleasure. Do we have any questions, or is there anything we might go over? Please don't hesitate to reach out to Natalie here at the office, myself, or your internals. We have 4 of them ready, set to go, and ready to help. We'll get excuse me, Tim, we're going to get a wholesaler map out to you, a new map out to you that will give you access to our 4 internals. Okay, and we really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you guys. You're a great partner. Chris Conroy up in the other office has been very helpful. I know that some of you may have met Jim Ryan, who is at your national, I believe. And so he is our EVP of sales and marketing. And so we're committed to being a good partner for you. By the way, our operations group has really come along. I know that when we started off, we were a little bit slow, but today our SLAs, our service level agreements, we get policies out if they're in good order in 3 days. And we're going to continue that. We're pulling in anywhere from 100 to 125 apps a day, and they're all getting taken care of within a very, very strong timeline, 1 to 3 days. Thanks, Tim.
Awesome. So I did have a couple questions here. So thank you for bringing up the processing time. I can vouch for Oceanview when we're submitting business into them. These guys are getting that turned around and issued quickly. So when we talk about submission to commissions, this is a carrier that's going to support you there. I got 2 questions here from the group, and if there's any more, go ahead and ask those. I'm also going to launch this third last question here, which is, would you like some more information on Oceanview's lineup of products as well as those client-facing tools? Go ahead and respond to that poll here, and then put in those questions that you have. But last question here for you. I know we saw that 6.15 fixed rate on your 7 and 10-year fixed indexed annuities. What do you think that looks like going in the future for years 2+ there on that fixed rate? Because that first year at 6.15, from what I'm seeing, is top of the industry. And I think we're getting some really good interest on that. But talk to them about that a little bit.
Yes, sir. Tim, that's a great question. And you know what? My apologies for not mentioning it. I think my voice is a little bit choky here. So the 6.15 rate, we came up with that in order to be toward the top of the heap on fixed rates. And it goes away in a year. However, when we price the options, and you'll find this with any insurance carrier, you've got to price them to withstand into the future. Now, we don't anticipate that going below 3%, but it could be market at that time after the 1 year. So this is a good rate to get your clients in, to make them comfortable. Then you got all of your strategies that you can go into anytime. But the 6.15 will be a great rate for fixed, no doubt. Did I get anywhere close to answering that, Tim?
Yeah, no, that was perfect. And like you said, so they get a full year at 6.15, and then you guys are going to take a look at that, and they've got the those great other strategies, but give the market a little bit of time to figure out the volatility. You got that 6.15, or you could do a little blend of maybe 50% in the fixed, and then use some of those uncapped strategies with the other half. The other question that I have, and I get this from agents when I talk to them every single day, is inflation is still going on, and they see that the Feds are going to raise rates, so they think that that's going to increase those fixed rates and MYGA rates, pars and caps. Can you talk a little bit about maybe some of the investments that you guys are doing as a carrier, and maybe some of those funds that drive some of those rates? Because from what I'm understanding, it's not every time the Feds raise rates, that doesn't necessarily mean that the carriers are going to raise rates. Can you talk a little bit about that strategy with Oceanview?
Sure. The first thing I'd like to mention is, there are 83,000 economists in the country. And if any one of them had the right idea, all the rest of them would be out of a job. So we take that into consideration. That's why we consider an FIA a great opportunity to participate in market upside, while at the same time reducing your downside. If we knew, we would be the only game in town. However, let me point out the portfolio that we have that makes us different, extremely different, is that we do have 50% almost 50% of our portfolio at any time in mortgages. The spreads there are much better than you're going to find on corporates. So if you look at your treasuries, if you look at your corporates, you've got a spread there The mortgage spread is normally and has proved up over the last 4 or 5 years. It's going to be very strong and will help us provide a higher rate. Now, going forward, as I mentioned, we meet weekly. We have good people, very scientifically addressed folks that look at this stuff every day, and we're trying to stay on top, but it is a very difficult thing. I mean, the volatility, the volume is extremely difficult to pan forward. Tim, I don't know that we can do any more than stay on top of it on a weekly basis. You're right. When the Fed ups when they have an increase or a decrease, it doesn't necessarily mean that your carriers are going to be able to follow that very, very quickly or immediately, because there is a little catch-up time there. So I wish we could be stronger in the area of projecting, but now it's a weekly basis.
Right on. Well, Les, Kyle, Natalie, I really appreciate you guys hopping on here and presenting. The partnership with Oceanview is fantastic. For everybody who attended the meeting, thank you guys for hopping on here. Have a great rest of your day. And don't forget, if you do have any questions, need help with anything, or would like to learn more about Oceanview, get those client-facing materials, give us a call at 800-255-5055. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you, Tim.